Just roll the intro. Roll the intro. So I saw Boss Baby, and this is a movie that is one of my biggest pet peeves when it comes to the film industry. There's two things I hate. It's a bad horror movie and a bad kids movie. This movie is a bad kids movie. Because here's why I hate bad kids movies. Is that it feels like it doesn't have to try with the message that much, or it doesn't have to try with the humor. I've seen fantastic kids movies. The last kids movie I watched that I thought was amazing was Moana. I watched that last week. I thought that was great. Boss Baby is not this at all. It's nowhere near Moana. It's nowhere near Shrek. I've seen so much better from DreamWorks. Now, what's the movie about? It's hard to describe what this movie is about. Basically, Alec Baldwin plays this baby who gets sent from BabyCo and to look after this family who works at PuppyCo. Yeah, I know, real creative. And like, it's a very convoluted plot that is just, it's so stupid. I'm trying to think any part of the movie that really made sense, because there is dumb humor that like 5-year-olds would laugh at, which I'm like, well, it's geared towards children. Yeah, I know that, but kids are smart. They're not always going to laugh at that same joke again, like, oh yeah, he got hit in the nuts, that's hilarious. Well, it's only funny like maybe 2 or 3 times, but after that it gets really old. I mean, I got bored of those jokes when I was 5 or 6. I mean, yeah, it's funny at first, but like if you see the same humor over and over again, it gets stale. And that's what happens in this movie, is that they do a lot of the same jokes throughout the movie, and it gets very, very stale. It's not funny to do that. Now, what are some good parts? I thought Alec Baldwin was great. He fit that role very, very perfectly. I mean, it's the same role that, I mean, if you took his character from Glengarry Glen Ross and put him into this movie, they're basically the same thing. And he was great in that movie, and he's good in this movie too. I thought the older brother, I forget the kid's name, he was fine. I thought his voice actor was good. I mean, some of the voice acting though was kind of off. Like Lisa Kudrow, Phoebe from Friends, plays the kid's mom, and it just seemed really bleh. It's really stale. Now, another good thing I liked about this was I do like the message that it sends and it's trying to send out, and it does a decent job of doing that. And that is, you know, because I have a younger brother, and I know what it's like to being used to having all the attention, and then a sibling comes around and takes that attention, and you wonder, like, oh, well, do they love that kid more than me? Am I the second choice? Is that baby the favorite? And that's what this movie deals with, and they do it in a very, I mean, they handled it pretty decently. I mean, it's not amazingly handled, but it is good. The animation's good. I mean, it's DreamWorks. They don't do terrible animation. It's good animation, and it's very lively, it's very colorful, and the older brother, like, he has a very vivid imagination, and it shows in this movie. Like, he thinks that he'll be a pirate or a cowboy or a spaceman, and it shows it like, oh, this is what he sees in his eyes. Like I said, are there jokes that are funny? There was one joke that I thought was funny. One joke that actually made me laugh. Everything else, I'm like, and even their attempt at adult humor that like only adults would get, it was not funny at all. Like, not even close to being funny. I mean, is it a movie that like I can get behind? No, I cannot get behind this movie. And the fact that this movie finished #1 at the box office over last weekend just blows my mind. I'm like, how did this movie finish #1? How? The trailer made it look terrible. And honestly, like, that's why I watched this movie. I'm like, this movie is going to be terrible. The trailer did not do it any justice. And really, I mean, was it as bad as the trailer made it out to be? No. But that doesn't mean it's good. It's just, like I said, I tried to explain the plot to my friends who I work with. I tried to explain them the plot. I tried to explain the entire plot to them, and they were like, what? And yeah, that was my reaction too. I'm like, really? This is where they're going with this? And the best thing I could take away from this movie is that it will be forgotten. This will not be remembered. I mean, there are some movies that DreamWorks made that you just do not remember. I mean, DreamWorks, this isn't How to Train Your Dragon. This isn't Shrek. I mean, there's a lot of movies that, this is one of those movies that is just going to fade. And thankfully it's going to fade. I mean, like I said, there's some things that I liked about this, but this is just falls into the category of why kids movies should be taken seriously and not be like, oh, well, they're for children, they're not going to like this. Because you think, oh, well, this movie makes me feel like that they felt like they didn't have to try. Because there's very little that's good about this movie. Very, very little. I give this movie a 3.5 out of 10. I've seen worse movies than this. I've seen worse children's movies, but this just felt lazy. If you have a kid that's like 5 and under, they will like this movie. But any kid that's like, if say you're taking like your 10-year-old to this, they're gonna think this movie's stupid. And I stick by it. This movie was just plain stupid and plain awful. All right, thank you everyone for watching my review. If you want to watch my last one, click the one over here. And if you want to subscribe, click my face right there. I post videos at least once a week, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace!